some key knowledge. Have you revised this topic yet? Key vocabulary. Mitosis, a type of cell division which produces daughter cells identical to the parent. This happens in our body cells. Meiosis. This is a reduction division in a cell in which the chromosome number is halved from diploid to haploid. This division produces our gametes. Key points. The graphic shows mitosis versus meiosis. In mitosis, there is only one division, and the daughter cells are identical to the parent cells. The daughter cells will also have exactly the same number of chromosomes. In meiosis, however, there are two divisions, and the daughter cells end up with half the number of chromosomes. These cells are described as being haploid. Time for a question? Worked example 1. There are two types of cell division, mitosis and meiosis. Describe three differences between the processes of mitosis and meiosis. I would go straight back to the graphic, which is shown in the bottom left for this question. And I would be saying that to start with, mitosis produces two daughter cells. Meiosis produces 4. Second point, we look at the divisions. Mitosis only has 1. Whereas meiosis, there are 2. And finally, at the bottom, we see that mitosis produces genetically identical cells. However, meiosis produces genetically different cells. So there's 3 marks on offer. Take a look at the GCSE mark scheme to see how I've done. GCSE mark scheme. So mitosis produces 2 cells, but meiosis produces 4. 1 division, but meiosis 2. This is a point I didn't put. Mitosis produces cells with 2 of each chromosome, but meiosis produces cells with 1 of each chromosome. So I could have added that to my answer. And then finally, I scored this point. Mitosis produces genetically identical cells, but meiosis produced genetically different. Worked example 2. Meiosis and mitosis are different types of cell division in human cells. Compare the two processes by referring to where each takes place and the kind of products that are made. But we're doing a comparison. If I was doing this in class, a great way to do a comparison would be a table. So I'm obviously comparing mitosis and meiosis. Now, I know this is a worked example, but you might want to complete this table. I could start you off. I would say number of divisions. 1, 2. Second point, where does it occur? Question mark, question mark. That would be a great way of not having to write too much whilst comparing them really quite concisely. Pause the video if you wish to, complete the table, and then take a look at the GCSE mark scheme. Now taking a look at the GCSE mark scheme, the examiner too believed that a table was a great way of comparing meiosis and mitosis. If we look at some of the GCSE mark scheme, I would have been putting where marks been given occur to find the number of moles, testes, whereas in mitosis marks been given to find the mass of the iron, and give an answer, how many cells final mark given for converting 4 it in meiosis, milligrams. Again, a 5 in mitosis question. How many divisions? 2 in meiosis, 1 in mitosis. So table, a great way of comparing your processes. Practice question 1. No writing involved in this. We've got a tick box. Okay, how much have you learned about mitosis, meiosis already? If you need to, pause the video and go back to the information already, or alternatively, have a go. Remember, it's only one box for each statement. So, how did you get on? First mark, all cells produced are genetically identical, that is for mitosis only. In humans, at the end of cell division, each cell contains 23 chromosomes, that is meiosis only, and involves DNA replication, that is both mitosis and meiosis. Practice 2. Many people eat shellfish called oysters. An oyster has 20 chromosomes in each body cell. Oyster gametes only contain half the amount of DNA compared to a normal oyster body cell. Describe the type of cell division that produces gametes. Now, we have gone through the whole video looking at the 2 types of division. Which one do you believe it is? Can you describe that process? Pause the video, have a go, and then take a look at the GCSE mark scheme. So here's the mark scheme. How did you get on? So the division was meiosis. In meiosis there is DNA replication, 2 divisions to form 4 cells, only 1 set of chromosomes per cell, and the daughter cells are genetically different. Don't let the idea that you're talking about oysters throw you from answering this question. You know all about meiosis.